Round 100 on Call of the Dead is now theoretically possible thanks to this new zombies tech that was found out about 3 days ago. Before I get into this video though, I want to give a few shoutouts to people who have been working on making this tech playable. First off is Hermetrix, who initially found this tech while testing on Call of the Dead. Next up is Zeo, who found the reason it works in the code and helped me understand it a bit more. Then we have Furrican Walk, who helped with creating the basis of the strategy, with despawning the zombies with the Flinger Trap. And finally, we have V's and Tonestone, with optimizing the strategy in order to get a consistent amount of kills while doing this strat. Now, all of their links will be in the description below. So, the way the new tech works is by despawning zombies that are behind a barrier, specifically zombies that aren't swinging at you or destroying the barrier as far as I'm aware. For those of you who don't know, when zombies despawn normally outside of a barrier, the zombies will then respawn like normal and do not count towards kills to help end the round. These zombies will end up despawning because of running over the same spot they were in about 30 seconds ago, I believe. However, the zombies behind the barrier that despawn will actually end up counting towards kills to help end the round, and the reason for it is due to this part of the code, and this basically decides whether or not the zombies that bleed out get put back into the respawn queue, and the deciding factor of if they do or not is when they come out of the window. So, in essence, if they jump out of the window and despawn, they will respawn, but if they're behind the window and despawn, they will die, with some exceptions of if they despawn while swinging out of the barrier. So, getting into how this is applied in a game, you wouldn't start doing this strategy until about round 70 plus, and you'd also still be killing with other weapons like the Scavenger, Raygun, and Law as well. Then about round 80 to 85, you'd probably switch to exclusively running the bleed out strat, with the exception of getting drops at the start of a round. But Call of the Dead players can correct me on this in the comments. The first thing you'll want to make sure when you load up into a game is to not open two doors. The boat to the cave in Spawn and the door below PhD. Now the boat is necessary in order to run the strategy, and the PhD door just allows for a little more time between VR11 shots. As you start this strategy, it can be a little hectic because of how many zombies spawn at the window. However, the best way of dealing with this is by crouching and rebuilding the barrier in a circular motion, and you should be okay. There can be times, however, where the zombies manage to glitch through the barrier, and when this happens, I tend to leave the barrier unboarded for about a second or two and rebuild it, and the zombie should go back into the barrier, though if it doesn't and things look rough, I'd probably recommend leaving the area completely and maybe going back depending on how many VR11 shots you have remaining. As far as shooting the VR11 goes, when you first get into the spot, about 10 seconds after the zombies start spawning in, you'll want to shoot your VR11 at one of the zombies in the roof spawn, generally the spawn on the left, as this will help take the zombies away from the top of MP5K stairs, so instead of attacking you, they will attack the VR zombie, giving you more time to bleed out zombies behind the barrier. Something to note is if you really want to optimize the strategy, whenever you see a zombie spawning in the left roof spawn, if you wait 15 to 16 seconds and you have a zombie in the right roof spawn, shoot the right roof spawn and it should distract the zombie on the left roof spawn just as it begins to drop down, saving you a VR shot every time. So the reason this strategy would allow for a possible round 100 is because you're getting so many kills with the VR11. So normally on Call of the Dead, you get about 36 kills with a full VR11, non-pack-a-punched and pack-a-punched. Whereas with this strategy, you can get around 120 to 130 kills. This means that for every one VR used in this strat, it's worth 3 VRs used the previous way of killing normally. The reason this matters is due to the box error on Call of the Dead, which is a huge component to why the map has been quite low in the first place. What the box error does is after about 3700 hits of the box, your game would crash, meaning people had to use PhD Flopper for the first 25 hours or so, exclusively before they could even start trading. So, because of the new VR strat, since you need to hit the box less, It means you don't have to focus on the box area as much and can focus more on reaching reset, which is around 78 hours on Call of the Dead. So not only can you play faster from around 70 to 80, but rounds after will also be faster, because in the normal way of using the VR11, it would take around... Once you run out of ammo, it's recommended to have a pack-a-punch crossbow in order to make running out of the area a lot easier, and once you're out, you want to start trading out guns just like you normally would in a game of Call of the Dead. Save about 10 minutes for every VR used. Now, I'm not going to get into the trade strat and the best way of playing the map, because that's something I still don't know myself and I'd have to look into. I know the basics, but not the most optimal way of trading and playing the map. This was just a quick look into the new tech that could allow Call of the Dead to reach round 100, which is super exciting. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and comment down below if you're also excited to see a potential round 100 on Call of the Dead. Also, once more, check out everybody who's helped out with this new tech. All the links are in the description, and if anybody wants to say hi to me, I stream on Twitch almost every day with mainly zombies content. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.